One rainy afternoon, Dad's brakes failed while he was driving downhill. His car skidded straight into a ditch. He survived, miraculously, but the mechanic said something chilling. Someone cut the brake line. This was intentional. The police showed up, and Caroline cried like she was auditioning for a movie.
It was him! It had to be him!
She pointed at me with trembling hands.
He's been angry and unstable for years. He blamed his father for everything. He threatened to make us all pay. I heard him.
I froze. What? No, I would never. Dad, But the way Dad looked at me... I always thought families were supposed to be built on love. That's what my dad used to tell me anyway. Family is what you fight for, son, he would say, ruffling my hair when I was little. Family is everything. And I believed him. I believed every word, because at that time, he was all I had. My mother died giving birth to me. I grew up with that knowledge sitting on me like a shadow. Not because my father blamed me, he never did, but because everyone else did. My aunt once told me at a family reunion,
"You stole your mother's life the day you came screaming into this world."
I was 5. I didn't even know what death was. But my father held me close. He was my refuge, my friend, my hero. And then she came along. Her name was Caroline. She was beautiful in that polished, glossy way where everything seemed intentional. Her voice, her clothes, her smile. They met at the bank where she worked. I remember the first night Dad brought her home. She bent down and kissed my forehead with a sugary smile.
"Aren't you a handsome boy? I'm going to take good care of you."
I didn't know that people could lie with a smile until that day. At first, everything seemed fine. Dad was happy, really happy. He laughed more, slept longer, played music while cooking. He deserved happiness, and I wanted to be happy for him. Then Caroline got pregnant. When my little brother Evan was born, Dad cried like he had never cried before. But Caroline changed. Not instantly, but slowly, like frost creeping over a window. She didn't scream or yell. No, her cruelty was delicate, carefully placed, calculated to seem accidental. Like when Dad wasn't around and she'd place just one plate of food on the table. "Where's mine?"
"Did you clean your room without being told?"
"I think so."
"Then you should remember, shouldn't you?"
No shouting, no obvious slap, just hunger wrapped in a lesson. Or when she would forget to wash my clothes, but always had Evan's laid out warm from the dryer, neatly folded. She didn't want me gone. Not yet. She wanted me to know I didn't belong. And she was clever. Genius-level manipulation. I swear, if she used her brain for anything good, she could have been a world leader. Instead, her entire purpose was making sure Evan adored her and believed I was the problem.
"He's irresponsible. He's always angry. He's jealous of his brother."
And Evan believed her because he was just a kid. And I was just the kid being erased. But my father? He never saw it. Not once. She was careful. She only did it when his back was turned. I lasted like that for years. The worst was when I made the school basketball team. I wasn't special at many things, but basketball? My coach would say, "You've got fire in your legs, boy." The first big game of the season was coming up. Dad had already taken off work to be there. I was finally proud of something again. Then the coach benched me. No explanation. I confronted him after practice. "Coach, what did I do wrong?" He wouldn't look at me. He just sighed. "Look, son, your stepmother came by. She said your dad didn't want you playing anymore, said you needed to focus on more appropriate goals. And she made a donation to the team." I felt my chest go numb. Caroline didn't just want me unhappy. She wanted me invisible. I broke. I screamed at her in the kitchen. "Why do you hate me so much?" She didn't raise her voice. She just leaned in and whispered,
"Because when I look at you, I see the woman who came before me, and I need you gone."
That was the first time I realized she was not just cruel. She was jealous of a dead woman. Things got worse by the year. Evan loved me, but Caroline poisoned him slowly, like bitter medicine disguised in honey. Soon, he stopped playing with me, stopped talking to me. And I just stopped trying. I thought I knew rock bottom. I was wrong. One rainy afternoon, Dad's brakes failed while he was driving downhill. His car skidded straight into a ditch. He survived, miraculously, but the mechanic said something chilling. Someone cut the brake line. This was intentional. The police showed up, and Caroline cried like she was auditioning for a movie.
It was him. It had to be him.
She pointed at me with trembling hands.
He's been angry and unstable for years. He blamed his father for everything. He threatened to make us all pay. I heard him.
I froze. What? No, I would never. Dad, But the way Dad looked at me, not anger, not disbelief, just hurt. I felt my heart crack open. They questioned me for hours. They searched my room. They examined my phone. They dug through everything trying to find one thing that could justify the accusation. There was nothing. The police left without arresting me. Caroline's eyes, as they walked out empty-handed, were pure venom. Dad didn't kick me out, and that was her breaking point. A few weeks later, while we slept, someone slipped into our house. I woke up to screaming. Evan was gone. Police sirens, flashlights, dogs. The entire neighborhood got involved. Caroline played the grieving mother perfectly, wailing, collapsing into officers' arms, whispering,
"Please bring my baby back."
I felt sick, because I knew. I just knew. Dad was frantic. He held me like he used to when I was small. I can't lose another child, I can't. Then, something happened that no one expected. A routine traffic stop. A silver sedan pulled over for missing plates. The officer smelled something. Fear. He opened the trunk. Evan was inside. Alive. Shaking. Crying. The man driving the car broke instantly. She paid me. She paid me to take the older one. She gave me pictures, said I'd find him easy. When I got the kid in the dark, I didn't know it was the wrong one until the morning. She told me to make it look like a runaway case. She promised payment. Please don't kill me. The station called my father, called the police chief, called the judge, called everyone. Caroline was arrested during breakfast. She didn't cry this time. She didn't scream. She just looked at me. And for the first time, her mask slipped entirely. She hated me so deeply her eyes shook with it. Court day came fast. The judge, an older man with gray eyebrows like heavy thunderclouds, spoke slowly and clearly. Caroline Barnes, you are charged with conspiracy to commit child abduction, attempted murder, and filing false allegations. Do you have anything to say? Nothing. Not even a blink. Do you have anything to say? She finally looked at Evan, but Evan looked away. His voice cracked. Mom, why? Caroline broke.
I just wanted things perfect. I wanted a perfect family.
She pointed at me, clawing the air.
He ruined everything.
Dad stood. For the first time in my life, I saw him angry. No, you ruined everything. The courtroom was silent. The judge didn't hesitate. I hereby sentence you to 25 years in state prison. Caroline screamed then, not from rage, from the realization that no one would save her. Not her husband, not her son, especially not the boy she tried to erase. She was taken away. Evan cried in my arms, so small, so breakable. I'm sorry, I didn't know, I'm sorry, please don't stop being my brother. And I held him. You could never lose me. Dad hugged both of us. We stayed like that for a long time. Years passed. Dad healed. Evan healed. I healed, in slow, quiet ways. We eat dinner together every Sunday now. We talk. We laugh. We argue. Like a real family. A real one, built on something stronger than blood. Love. Caroline writes letters from prison sometimes. I don't open them. I don't need revenge anymore. I won. Because I still have my father. I still have my brother. And she has nothing. Years passed. Life moved on for us, but not for her. Caroline grew older behind bars, and the world she had tried so hard to control outside became a distant memory. I heard things about her from my dad sometimes, things he'd read or heard from people connected to the prison. They said she was often alone. Guards and inmates started keeping their distance once they learned what she had done. Some of the prisoners didn't even want to share meals or cells with her. She wasn't the clever, polished woman anymore, just a name, a story, a cautionary tale. And the inmates? Oh, the inmates. From what I heard, they mocked her constantly. They called her the perfect mom who kidnapped the wrong kid, laughing at her like she was some joke. They knew her crimes, and they never let her forget them. Every whispered joke, every sideways glance was a reminder that the power she once held had crumbled completely. Meanwhile, Evan grew up strong and steady. He became a police officer, one of the best in the precinct, earning respect for his courage and fairness. Sometimes, his job brought him near the prison. He will pass by Caroline's block. She would look at him, eyes wide. Evan never spoke to her. Never a word. He just walked by, calm, controlled, carrying the life she had tried to ruin, and survived without her. I went my own way too. I became a banker, steady and careful, building a life she had tried to steal from me. We lived our lives outside those walls, free, happy, safe. Caroline stayed behind those walls, old and alone, mocked, avoided, and reminded every day of the mistakes she made. And the worst part? She couldn't manipulate anyone anymore. Not the guards, not the inmates, not even her own children. She had nothing, and that's the story. Now, if this was a YouTube video, I'd end it like, and that's how my evil stepmom kidnapped the wrong kid and ruined her own life. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe before someone tries to cut your brakes.